Ladies and gentlemen, it is my prayer and hope that this video is going to find you when you're doing fine and in good health. I'm also doing fine at this peripheral end. So guys, today I just want us to delve into a pertinent issue. This issue has been long in this street, but there is back and forth in it. It seems content has already been diminished, and now people is still having the reminiscence of the ordeal that happened in the party. I think by now, it should have been buried. That chat ought to have been forgone long time. But because the person who wants to take the clout and chase clout with it really come and visit it, which means at any point you happen to meet her, therefore it is the starting story from. I don't know, maybe because they were in the villa by that time and they witnessed it, now it was time for them maybe to have a reminiscence and talk it about. But I'm of the opposite thought. I think it is just folklore chasing. It is just about whooping emotion for more donation and for people to come in aid for them and for content-wise. Guys, whom am I speaking about? I'm speaking about the village tea and its Gintu, who came in to their rants, ranting about IAM-Marwa and how they were chased from the villa. T narrated the ordeal, and this is something that people really understood. Even of the recent, she appeared at the Nyabhanze podcast, and other revelation came in, and we got to know there were some hidden things that she agreed, she did. She scammed IAM-Marwa. Something that really came out from her own mouth. Well, today we want to focus on the deliberations and demystifying the false statement that Gintu and her really made, because there was something they were trying to conceal. And the whole kind of episode they talked about was just about hogwash and lies. So guys, if you want to know the lies and you want to know the truth, therefore I recommend this video is for you. At the progression stages of this video, I'm just going to demystify the false and I give you the fact, what really happened as it is. So if you're coming across this channel for the very first time, kindly click at the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you instantly. My loyal subscriber, may God bless you a bunch. Without you, this channel wouldn't be at this space. So let's dive in after the break. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Inazak and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, let's dive in straight away. Gintu and Village Cook happen to do a particular kind of content. And in that content, I think it was more of gossip, rant. In Swahili, we call it gumzo mtani. These are the shenanigans within the village. Sometimes also we call it some kind of myths, false. These are the mythical theory that some people now from diverting attention from the actual things that happen. You know, it is somebody has been blindfolded enough without knowing what really happened. Now guys, majority of people have asked themselves several questions. Why Village Tea was really kicked out from the villa? They have a notion from it, which forms the basis of these deliberations and review, because most of the things that they said were just but false story and narrative that are not making sense. We've been treated with a lot of false story and false play that, oh, it was because of Rocio was jealous towards. It's because she was receiving a donation, which he received, others she received, and he never even handed over to IAM-Marwa because she agreed to have scammed IAM-Marwa. Somebody sent you all money to buy goat for the party. You did it. That one you claimed yourself in the podcast. And I'm not going to play that clip because you know you said it. I featured it in my previous vlog. That one is but just hogwash. Nobody chased you because you're receiving donation. Nobody chased you because you had a big dream. People have got dreams. Dreams are valid. Even me, I'm having a dream that at one point I live so that I could not die. But because there is eschatology, that's what's called the end times. And the origin origin of the sins that was done with the mankind at the Garden of Eden. Therefore, that was a spell that was cast upon mankind that you have to die. So, my dream itself, if it were wishes, I could be now aging forever. But who unto me, I could not do it. So the nature shall take its course. The question that people might ask, what might have really caused African village cook to be kicked out from the villa? It's an old story, but this is the thing that majority of people haven't addressed. Majority of people doesn't know it. But today, I want to let you know the fact. But before we dive in and let you know the fact, let's have to watch what really kind of a full story they granted with Gintu.
Of course, I was not supposed to take care of the kitchen. I was very tired. There are people being paid to clean that. So she just brought this big kitchen in and I defended myself. You know, I knew that if I defend myself, it can destroy things, but I didn't know it would destroy things that bad, you know. Then the strongman case came in. Okay, I'm still like balancing. Maybe it's okay. Maybe I'm still on the right side, because you don't know. You still don't know how peaceful the other side is. So you're still trying to. The fear of losing views, the fear of losing. I never used to get donations, but the views. I think I used to get a little donations, a little bit, yeah. But I mean.
So things were that way,
just went shagala bagala. So I was so shocked. I could not defend myself. I wish I could defend myself like our sister defended herself. I wish I could do that. So the fact that I did not defend myself, it was still hitting me like a year later. I see this thing and I'm very angry. It's still inside. I see this and I'm very, very angry. So I think that one, it elongated my anger.
Falls.
Yeah. So even
And a narrative that's already been said by African village cook. And I think it's time to demystify them. One is saying that he didn't get time to defend herself. Let's start first thing first. After the party, and when I'm saying this, nobody is demystifying the fact, nobody is not in disagreement that village cook worked tirelessly during the party. In fact, majority of people were admiring her. And this channel was on a positive deviation and a positive progression and transgression going forward. For those who did maths, those are the language of maths, tupu. This side is full of mathematics, you know. So you must be very careful when you're listening to me. Read between the lines. JT, these are not vocabularies. These are the terms, you know, when you go to school up to a particular kind of level, you stop speaking the language of a street boy. I'm not demeaning a street boy, but you know, you must show people that there is a lot of distinct nature between you and others. So this is Zach. This is Zach. You know, this is a Lupin speaking. That's just by the way. It's great for the for the humor and to break the dominancy itself. So guys, back to the point. It's a fact that village cook really cooked, and his channel was skyrocketing, and it was on a positive deviation itself. People admired him, and the contribution and donation she got. That's a fact. Now, what happened now that we're here and now that you're kicked out? When you left the villa, it was a discovery that was done and happened that Rocio came to find that the kitchen or the pantry itself was so dirty and there was accumulation of dirt, which means somebody used to sweep and hide them at a particular kind of corner. That was the complaint that was raised. And when things happened, the internet itself broke loose. In fact, those people who skyrocketed that negativity were the lazy gang, now that you're praising. Then it reached you at a negative point. the fact that you are saying that you never got time to defend yourself is a lie, because you defended yourself. I remember that time you did a video live for almost 1.5 hours thereabout, to 2 hours thereabout. And in fact, majority of people were supporting you, even IAM-Marwa subscribers. They were with you. You were even advised, speak that on to the last, and people told you, okay, you're exhausted. Tina, the other lady who you were with in the kitchen, ought to have helped you. Until that time, you were best, and IAM-Marwa never reacted about it. And even IAM-Marwa himself was very sorry, because he commented on your channel, take it easy, he understand. Because it was asked and he said he never wanted to get to the issues of women, because he understands how sometimes women operate. This is not to whip emotions, and this is not to demean women. It's a saying in Africa and a slogan that women thinks, as gentlemen, we don't want to get entangled with, because women and women, let them sort their own issues. And that's the trajectory and direction IAM-Marwa took. There's nobody you're offended at that side, because Rocio said it, and even Rocio came and clarified, he never meant it negative, because it was a fact, it was that. And there was that itself. What really happened? The fact is, you defended yourself. Up to the point you reached the villa and you defended yourself. When you did that video, the infamous or the famous video, that you talked really bad with strong man at the face of Rocio. These are the things that people are not addressing. Today, I want to reveal you that kind of a segment of a clip that really made African village cook and strongman 254 being kicked out of the villa. Because who was complaining? Rocio complained about the kitchen, and you were never mentioned, but you connected with it because you're two people being addressed. But you took it because the lazy gang skyrocketed it, they came your own way, you seized the moment, you talked about it, and you got views. People wanted to support you. Even in that live, there was super chat coming in, the IAM-Marwa subscribers. But you disappointed them at the last minute when you did that video at the villa with Strongman 254. There's a segment that you two duo, in fact, you talked bad at Rocio. And even the strongman's wife was in the middle, was even laughing, since there's something, she was uncomfortable with the talk. That is what really made you kicked out. It was a self-sabotage. So stop the blame game. The reasons why you're saying you elongated your feelings and anger is because you've refused to heal. And what really made to elongate your anger? Because you are still stalking IAM-Marwa. Remember when IAM-Marwa was doing all the tours with Rocio in Africa? Then it happened, you're on your way to South Africa. And by that time, happened, you reached Botswana. IAM-Marwa was leaving Botswana. So you happened to call IAM-Marwa, and IAM-Marwa never received your calls. So you are at pain that you are still stalking IAM-Marwa. You call, and your call never received. This is what really elongated your feelings. Then you came busting. Because perhaps you think you had a beef with Rocio, not IAM-Marwa. But you've been on this street talking against IAM-Marwa. You've been on this street talking against IAM-Marwa. Another thing, you're saying you used never to get donation. At the end, you're saying you got donation. You must say you got donation. And people sent you donation we used to see. So stop saying that IAM-Marwa was feeling bad when you're getting donation. No, IAM-Marwa never felt bad. You're the same person who came out here and told us. You even sent money to buy a goat and you never gave it out. So these are the factors I wanted to let you know. So guys, I'm going to reveal the reasons why 254 strongman and village cook were chased from the villa. It's not because of the donation. It's not because somebody was jealous. It's because they were talking bad about Rocio. The reason why I'm saying it was a self-sabotage, because you shoot yourself into the foot, both of you. Because it was the moment for you guys, people, to stay low, not because you wanted to praise somebody, but you had defended yourself in your house, in your humble abode where you're staying. And the message reached. IAM-Marwa even said those are women issues, that they will sort it out. And they even said village cook really worked hard. But what is happening is quite unfortunate, is the small issue that was already sorted out. Then what followed next? The video you did. I'm revealing that video almost at the end of this episode. So stay cool and stay put. So guys, they went ahead to say particular kind of lies. That IAM-Marwa was corrupted. Nobody corrupted IAM-Marwa. That there is a WhatsApp group that always gives IAM-Marwa information, people to be fired or not to be fired. You are kicked out basing on the video you did, talking bad about Rocio and IAM-Marwa in that video. Not because of the WhatsApp group. Are you there? Not because IAM-Marwa was told something to be... IAM-Marwa is not a puppet. He has got the decision also to make because he watches the video, because they also saw you doing the video. So it means they were interested, they wanted to see you. If you were saying IAM-Marwa and Rocio had a good bad, huh? You could have been chased. The moment you defended yourself in your house, nothing happened on that side. They never took it negatively. But you were allowed to access the villa to go and see the strong man. Did anyone question you when you accessed the villa? No one. You were given the latitude plus the time to go and fend. But the vexation that came out therein was quite a negative one. And it's a segment that people don't understand. So nobody really cared whether you defended yourself or not, because you defended yourself. And IAM-Marwa never had an issue with it. Rocio never had an issue with it. Until you did your video with Strongman to chide and talk back at IAM-Marwa. Perhaps let's listen again to Gintu and the village.
There's a thing you asked. Do you think he was giving a fake face? I don't think he was fake. I think he was just corrupted.
He's getting some information from out.
I think he was corrupted, maybe with people around him.
No, I know there's a WhatsApp group. Do you know it? Do you know it?
But I was not doing anything bad though. But like I think he was just corrupted later, because for what I saw for the 30 days, of course he could react to all these people, the Wi-Fi, the DJ. He could react, but for me, I learned how to be around such. But then everything came out after the party, so I was like, maybe he was corrupted to kick me out in a way. Yeah.
Maybe you don't know the real fact. Let me today give you the real fact. Whenever you are there, you are gaining more influence than the Argentinian person, the girlfriend.
No, she was getting more.
Who told you?
She was getting
more. You are more than her. And you are making sure that what you are getting and people are complaining. Why do you get some people to your house to cook for you, yet you are there? So she was like, oh, she's doing best. And also, not only that one, we have another point whereby whenever she see that, okay, you are the one now serving the guy,
even on the bed, like
even sitting at the bed, you know.
No, I was not sitting on the bed.
No, them.
Oh, when they're sitting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You just gave them some food, and yet they're talking. Yes,
the food is nice.
Thank you. The food is nice. But the real fact is coming out. They have a WhatsApp group. I'm telling you that as a fact. There's a WhatsApp group, and I can tell you the people who are onto that WhatsApp because I have the real cover about it. There are a WhatsApp group that is always talking about this person we want to keep him. If we finish from Nasto, we're gonna be coming to him, buy him land and start a construction.
I had some people saying, T was not, she was not doing cleaning, all that. And I asked myself, but the party is over, and we are remaining with a few people here, and T was dealing with so many people, visitors from abroad and some from here, and she did for the whole month. But the party is gone. And how many days since the party is gone? How many days? How many days, guys?
I think it's today is 26th.
Today is
19th, 20th. 8 days, 1 week. It's just 1 week.
Only 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week. Yeah.
And I started hearing some claims. Tea is not clean. She doesn't clean the area. I see shenanigans. Yes, I call them shenanigans. You see, me, I always respect a person the way he or she is. and I have seen your struggle. Sometimes you are going to sleep very late because there was a time we were sleeping in the same room. You are sleeping on the bed and us on the floor, yes, with our mattresses, and you are right there. You are coming very late and very tired. Our mom from the US, the Washington, she was, what was her YouTube name?
Heart of Africa.
Yes, the Spirit of Africa. Heart, if I'm not wrong.
Heart of Africa, something like that.
And now I've just demystified their facts. I've just demystified their full story by setting my facts. And there's a fact on the ground. Well, it's a constant factor that majority of people who went to IAM-Marwa compound, either they shoot themselves on their limb, they self-sabotage, then they want to come and blame it on IAM-Marwa. Why am I saying this is self-sabotage? The first defense that African village cook did in his house was even enough. He ought never allowed that video with Strongman 254, or that segment alone. He ought to have advised Strongman 254 never to put it, because it was a direct expression and a grotesque expression towards IAM-Marwa and Rocio, because Rocio complained and even did a video about it, and we showed that. And then you came and did a video disputing that and speaking directly to Rocio direct. Guys, if you never watched this video and this segment alone, this one will give you a direct picture and the reasons why IAM-Marwa and Rocio decided to kick 254, Strongman, and a village African cook, because the owner of the home did a video and said, this story, bring it to us. We know what happened. African village cook to a nice girl, but we'll find a way to sort our issues out behind the camera. Then again, you come and take advantage in his own compound, doing a video not only on your personal experiences, but a video chiding the wife, chiding Rocio, and talking about video. Listen to the video. Listen to the Strongman saying, therefore, I'm hearing a story, some people, some shenanigan, see people that you left the kitchen never to be clean and dirty. Oh, what? It's bad mouthing, Rocio. Who complained that the pantry and the kitchen is dirty? It's Rocio. Whom do they referring to? Some people? Rocio. Whom are they talking back to? It's Rocio. Whom are they calling the shenanigan? It's Rocio. And because IAM-Marwa also was in it and came and addressed the issue, they are one, which means you are talking about badly about. It was in the face. Then you look at the scene. You're talking to the person, to their own compound, and that's how you talked and make the situation so bad. So this is the only clip that made them to be kicked out of the villa. It's not because of any donation. It's not because of any jealousy. It is this simple clip. However much they saw it simple, but it's a clip that even the lazy gang banked on and chided IAM-Marwa, which means you necessitated a kind of a negative vibes. And by that time, IAM-Marwa used to receive so hate. So they were not happy, being that one happened into their own villa. It's tantamount to gossip itself. So that is the video that really made them being chased away from the villa itself. It was not because of any donation. And this is a fact, and it belongs to the fact, and it must negate all the lies that are being propagated by other people that they don't really
look at Percy again.
Happened.
The money were coming to Percy direct, but whenever he heard that money is coming, and now Percy has opened some businesses, he's running some businesses.
And the guy, they get Alex.
Alex, exactly, Alex to talk about all of the people. whenever they talk about, okay, these people are receiving this way, they're talking about, okay, that money, we are the people who have influenced, or our courtesy, they could be coming to us. And the real fact now, you know, this family they knew, they are just recruiting the village fools who never went to school. They never knew, maybe some people can act very foolishly, maybe talking
Gintu
about
also
a fish farm.
a negative tangent, because they were now sharing their experience, saying that village cook saying that there is a trend and a pattern that every person who's gone to the villa must betray IAM-Marwa. Is claiming that people could not see the trend to see who is the bad guy, which means it's trying to blame that one on IAM-Marwa. That is also a false narrative that I want to dispute. There is a pattern that these people are wired, which means if they come to the villa, they get a subscription, therefore they'll pull a negative string to blame it on IAM-Marwa, because they were already wired that way. Because anytime they appear to the podcast, and there's a narrative that was already been sold that negativity sells and the drama. So those are the kind of the drama they want to pull so that they skyrocket, because there is somebody once did it and remain the top, at the top, and the channel is still doing good. Now what is not them? Are you there? That's why the story will remain the same. That's why, because the story, the pattern will be repeated, because IAM-Marwa has got his own principle that is telling you this today, but people want shortcut. Once you want a shortcut in life, the story will remain the same and the narrative will remain the same. That's why Gintu came and counted the number of people who went to the villa and left. They counted the Pablo KE, they counted the Nairobi teacher, they counted all these kind of people. Why not Alex? And if you follow the story of why not Alex, and all these people tell you that these people wanted a shortcut at one point, and that's why they kicked out. They were into dubious kind of a business. They were not even very honest at the first time. Now, Gintu sees an opportunity and saying that if you look at Percy, surely, we all know the issue of Percy. Marwa never had any issue with Percy. Marwa wanted the Percy children to be schooled, but Percy was pursuing a different course. Percy wanted a house to be built for him. Therefore, she sacrificed the life of the children to that of the house. She even came to this camera that she never wanted any help from Trench Boy Town. It's as I said. Now the children are going to be transferred back to other village public school that couldn't even make them do better in education. Now you want to blame IAM-Marwa that this one also is a lie. The issue why it's not Alex, we all know what really happened with Alex. This is how the lazy gang will pull you from where you get your daily bread. Now you go there and you suffer. Then you still come back and you blame it on IAM-Marwa. This was just a far-fetched, and it was gossip laced with poisonous kind of a narrative to taint IAM-Marwa picture. And I'm hereby debunking them big time. So you could see, really, it was just an evidence of these people blackmailing themselves. It's an element of this, you blackmailing themselves. Perhaps, let me allow you and watch this video below. That most of the things that have already been happened is like majority of people like village cook and it's Gintu. We're just making story. It was just full of gossip. There's nothing that was the truth there. And for people, if you are coming here for the first time, now you know the reasons why these guys were chased out from the villa. It was because of their own selfishness. It's because of their own conflict of interest. They started competing with their boss, IAM-Marwa. You know, this one still gets me back to the 48 laws of power. And if you go there and you read law number 16 or 15, it tells you, do not outshine your boss. You stay low. You stay low. But whenever there's such kind of a competition, therefore you'll find your way being shown the door. Not because the boss dislike you, but because the boss also needs to protect his own space. you must not encroach to somebody's personal boundary. And what they did, they really encroached IAM-Marwa's and Rocio's personal boundary. Going to do a video in his own compound, in his own yard, gossiping about them was bad and bad ethic on their side. Therefore, they were kicked out from the villa forthwith. Not because IAM-Marwa hated them, but because now they could not get peace with their own self. They hold on to that hunger up to now, and it's up to them. Let me hear what you say at the comment section. Until next time, this is Senior.